Today, 29th of November 2024, an historic and most important day in the life of our nation, when a bill is going through Parliament that would legalise assisted suicide. We are here to say no to that. We've been here since early in the morning, setting up, expecting many hundreds of people to come, to pray, to stand, to declare no to assisted suicide.
Will MPs vote to change the law, or will they vote to not change the law and keep it as it is, which is really what we want to happen? The best intelligence is it's very, very close. Lots of MPs saying they're going to decide today, based on what is said in Parliament today. So we're just praying for those MPs that are going to speak out against this suicide bill. We're praying for them to speak courageously, boldly, with lots of passion and conviction, and to persuade people. We're praying for God to convict the hearts of the MPs, not to vote for death, not to vote to enable people and facilitate people, encourage people to commit suicide.
I am very fearful of the message that this sends. What it is saying to me is that our state is willing to sanction my suicide. It is willing to provide me with assistance to die before I get assistance to live. It will be quicker under this law with 2 doctors, a High Court judge. It'll be quicker to go through this process than it will be quicker than for me to get the social care support that I want, to get the prescriptions that I want, and to get the support that I need to live. It'll be quicker to do that than it will be for me to actually live a joyful life.
I was one of the people that was put on a DNAR at the beginning of COVID, when I was taken in with COVID and double pneumonia. I didn't find out for 9 months, and I only found out because I knew the consultant so well. I could have died at any point of a minor condition on top of my disabilities during that time. It seems that the government, regardless of their side, whatever, they are intent on culling the disabled. We don't contribute to society monetary-wise. We're a burden. The costs are escalating. They are vilifying us, and that is very much tied in with this. Life is valuable, and it is not theirs to take.
The reality is, whether you're disabled or not, I mean, if you go through a sketchy patch of mental health and you're feeling low, you'll be able to pick up the phone and 2 weeks later potentially get someone to assist you to die. That's not what we want. We want support for people to live. We want to make sure that people get the help they need. Have I been through worst stage of my life? Yeah, of course, like everyone else has. But how scary is it that those shorter, darker phases could be the end?
It is a matter of life and death. It's a matter of whether you're going to allow people to help people take their lives. This bill will amend the Suicide Act 1961 to say that helping someone commit suicide in certain circumstances would now be legal. So it clearly is a matter of life and death, and people feel very, very strongly about it. You know, should we be living in a society that helps people commit suicide? Surely not. Sure, that's not what you want to do.
When I was a nurse, I worked on a ward where I was a new nurse, and they asked me whether I would sit with this young girl. She'd taken an overdose, and there was nothing they could do about it. Now, it was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life, because she'd obviously realised that although she was doing what she did for attention, it was too late. And how will that work with other people? Once you've given them something, how are you going to get it out of them if they change their mind? I mean, or are they going to knock them out first and then give it to them, which would be like the American execution method, wouldn't it, the injections? I have no idea where this is going. All I know is that there is this cult of death that is pervasive in this land, and life is cheapened all the time, and I stand against that.
It's just too dangerous. And everywhere it's become legal, there's been issues. And the other thing is, they don't want to know about the issues. They're blindly going on. I get how awful their situations are. I was there for nearly 2 years. I couldn't hold a cup of tea for just over 2 years. I know, but we don't know how we're going to respond until it happens to you.
The moment you start saying you've got a terminal illness, you've got an incurable illness, and therefore your life is not of value to me, that creates a lot of pressure and a lot of burden upon society for people that, yes, have a terminal illness, but for people like me also that have a condition, and I've had a condition since birth, since they cut that umbilical cord, that they'll never get rid of.
My dad was given 6 months to live. He survived for 4 years. He got to meet his first grandchild. I'm frightened, very frightened of what's happening here today.
My message to anybody who's disabled, vulnerable, anything like that, you must protect yourself. And you will speak to your doctor and say, do not get any idea that I support this, because I don't.